The next morning arrived bright and clear. The sun rose from the foot of the mountain, lighting up the sky with warm morning glow. Sunlight spread across the trees and lawn, making the castle's surroundings lively and vibrant. The golden light coated the castle like a thin veil. Birds chirped outside, signaling everyone to wake up. In Rosewise's room, she had already woken up. She opened her mouth, yawned, and quietly sat on the sofa. She covered another yawn with her hand. Clearly, she hadn't slept well. Leon woke up at the same time. He found a large pink gift box and placed the leftover cake inside, planning to share it with others in the castle. When he looked up, he noticed Rosewise yawning again. He asked, "Why do you keep yawning?" Rosewise closed her eyes and gently rubbed her temples, trying to wake herself. "No, I'm just a bit sleepy lately," she said. Then she glanced down at her stomach. Even though her abdomen didn't look different, she felt something had changed. She touched it lightly and thought it felt slightly bigger, even though she had been eating well and exercising regularly. She glanced at Leon packing the cake. If anything had changed lately, it was that the frequency of her homework sessions with him had decreased, but she still couldn't figure out why her abdomen felt different. After packing the cake, Leon tied the gift box with a red ribbon and made a neat bow. While doing so, he joked, "So even the queen slacks off sometimes. I always thought you were a total workaholic." Rosewise frowned slightly, annoyed. She felt like he was calling her lazy. She stood up abruptly, clenched her fist, and snapped, "I work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day, without a single day off all year. Is it wrong for me to sleep a little longer today?" Leon panicked at her sudden anger. He raised his hands and said, "It's nothing. Just rest. Suddenly, Rosewise felt dizzy. Her head spun sharply, making her uncomfortable. She closed her eyes and held her head. She staggered, unable to stand steadily, and collapsed back onto the sofa. The dizziness and buzzing in her head left her thoughts blank for a moment. Leon immediately put down the cake box and rushed to her. "What's wrong? Are you sick?" he asked, but Rosewise was too dizzy to respond. She leaned back and tried to rest. Leon assumed she had a fever. He placed a hand on her forehead but found no heat. You don't have a fever." Rosewise felt shy from his sudden concern. Her cheeks tinted pink. She turned her head away and whispered, "It's fine. I just stood up too fast and got dizzy." Leon couldn't help a bit of schadenfreude. He rarely saw her like this. With a mischievous grin, he said, "Oh, you should drink more hot water." Rosewise grew irritated by his perfunctory attitude. She frowned deeply and glared at him. Not wanting him in front of her anymore, she kicked him out and shouted, "Get out of my room!" Before Leon could react, he was instantly transported outside her door. Even so, he found her reaction amusing. Smiling, he carried the cake box to the kitchen to share it with others. Rosewise's birthday ended with unexpected chaos and warmth. A few days later, Leon, as always, took Noah and Muan to Rosewise's private library. Noah quietly read on the sofa, while Leon continued teaching Muan magic. After assigning Muan her homework, he went back to searching for books about his magic exhaustion. Noah noticed him constantly picking up books and reading them intensely. She walked over and asked, "Dad, are you looking for something?" Leon quickly returned the book to the shelf. To avoid suspicion, he smiled and said, "No, I'm just looking around to pass the time." He didn't want Noah or Muan to know about his condition. If they knew, they'd worry, and worse, Rosewise might hear about it. In his mind, he imagined Rosewise learning he couldn't use magic normally, giving a wicked smile and mocking him like a demon. "Ha ha ha, you're so weak." The imaginary scene made him smile awkwardly. Then, he remembered Muan was working on her homework. He asked Noah, "Has Muan finished?" Noah put her book back and replied, "Not yet, but she's almost done." Muan pouted her lips as she diligently wrote. Whenever she came across a difficult question, she paused, thought carefully, then continued writing. Earlier, Noah had observed Muan and noticed her learning speed was incredibly fast. She told Leon, "With your teaching and Muan's speed, Dad, she should be able to start magic enlightenment this month." Noticing that Noah had her own opinion on Muan's learning progress, Leon grew curious. While searching for the next book on the bookshelf, he asked her, asking if she thought Muan would awaken the thunder element or the fire element. Noah reached out, placing her hand on her chin as she thought seriously for a moment, then shared her opinion with Leon. Mom's element is fire, Dad is thunder, and she is also thunder. To balance Mom's psyche, if she were Muan, she would try her best to awaken the fire element. Hearing her words, Leon slightly bent down and gently touched Noah's head. He smiled at her and said, "Haha, what elements a person can awaken aren't determined by hard work." At that moment, Noah suddenly remembered there was something she still hadn't told Leon. "Oh, Dad, thunder element." Leon noticed Noah seemed to want to tell him something, so he asked her, What's wrong?" Noah lowered her head slightly and stared at the ground, looking a bit shy about what she was about to say. She said she would be on winter vacation in just over a month and asked if he could teach her more thunder magic then. With that, she hoped she could learn next semester's courses more smoothly. She truly hoped Leon could guide her in thunder magic during the winter vacation. But upon hearing her request, Leon felt uneasy. He still hadn't found the reason behind his magic exhaustion. He couldn't show her his magic normally. He silently said in his heart, "Not good. In my current state, I can't even demonstrate powerful magic to her." With that thought, Leon imagined a scene in his mind. Noah standing beside him, watching him cast magic. He reached out his hand and shouted the magic's name, Thunder Annihilation. But only 3 tiny blue lightning bolts flickered from his hand. He tried several more times, yet his magic refused to show the effect he wanted. Obviously, with his current abilities, he couldn't teach Noah more thunder magic. Dissatisfied with himself, Leon weakly knelt on the ground and shed tears of sadness. He never expected his weakened magic to embarrass him so badly in front of Noah. Seeing him unable to use magic normally, Noah slowly walked over. She crouched down and gently patted his back. She calmly comforted him, saying, "It's okay, Dad. You're also very cute like this." Noah stood up and turned to leave Leon. As she walked away, she told him to take care of his other tasks first. She would find Mom to teach her. Since Leon couldn't use powerful thunder magic, she had no choice but to seek guidance from Rosewise instead. Watching Noah walk away, Leon felt deeply sad. Even though he couldn't use thunder magic normally, dark clouds and thunder rolled overhead. He reached out toward Noah, trying to pull her back. No, this must never happen." Leon reached out and forcefully scattered the imagined scene. If that really happened, it would be devastating to him. He didn't want Noah to be disappointed in him, nor did he want Rosewise to steal the chance to show Noah his powerful magic. Flames of determination lit up in his eyes. His passion and fighting spirit erupted from the image he imagined. He clenched his fists tightly and made up his mind. "My family status is earned by me, and my place in my daughter's heart must also be earned." To keep his position in the hearts of Noah and Muan, he absolutely couldn't refuse her request. He didn't want them to ever doubt his powerful image. Noticing Leon still hadn't responded, Noah grew a little disappointed. She thought he found her request too difficult, which was why he didn't want to agree. She looked at him and said, "If it's not convenient, forget about it." Just as Noah was about to give up on Leon guiding her thunder magic, Leon bent down slightly and gently patted her shoulder. He had to respond before she changed her mind. Looking at her with unwavering determination, he promised her, "Of course, no problem. Don't worry, Dad will definitely teach you thunder magic seriously." Upon hearing his agreement, Noah's eyes sparkled. Her face couldn't hide her excitement. She asked him again, "Really?" Leon nodded. "I keep my word." Noah happily approached him and hugged his neck. She kissed him gently on the cheek and thanked him. "Dad, thank you." Leon froze, stunned by her sudden affection. He didn't expect Noah to show her feelings so directly. Noah quickly let go and turned around, not wanting him to notice her shy expression. Even after she left, Leon didn't immediately realize it. He stood there with a slight blush, mind blank, unable to think of any words to describe her actions or respond properly. Noah didn't want to stand in front of him too long. She walked quickly toward Muan, saying, "I'm going to see Muan." Though she tried to hide her excitement, her pace was fast and her steps light. She looked genuinely happy. Leon watched blankly as Noah headed to Muan's table. Unable to say a word, Leon reignited his fighting spirit. It felt like a blazing flame roared behind him. He stared forward, clenched his fists, and declared silently in his heart, "For my daughter, I must restore my magic before the holiday." Noah's affectionate gesture deeply encouraged him. He swore to uncover the cause of his magic exhaustion before winter vacation and find a way to restore it quickly. After calming down, Leon stepped forward and continued searching through the shelves for books about magic exhaustion. He touched his chin and thoughtfully reviewed the methods he'd tried in the past days and what he had read. In the past 2 weeks, he had ruled out several causes and tried various restoration methods, yet gained little. Was his entire research direction wrong? Suddenly, Leon thought of something. He froze, eyes widening slightly. Could it be that the problem isn't with him, but some external factor? Ever since becoming a captive of Rosewise, The only new thing on his body was the dragon mark. Leon lowered his head and brushed his fingers over his chest. Ever since Rosewise imprinted that strange purple dragon mark on him, his magic never returned to full strength. He had never noticed this influence until now. Did it absorb his magic? As if hearing his thoughts, the dragon mark slowly appeared on his chest. But its appearance didn't mean he was thinking of anything else. It emitted a faint purple glow, as if trying to send him a message.